Yeah. In that case, yeah. Let me go ahead and do the files. So yeah, coming to this, what software people often, yeah, for those newcomers, I say, what software is used to type in these programs, HTML programs. All you need is a notepad. Be it in Linux, it's gedit. In Mac, it's a default editor you get. In Windows, it's a notepad. But I prefer Notepad++, which is a free software. After the class, you can go to Google and type Notepad++ and download the latest version of Notepad++. So I prefer using Notepad++ because it's more flexible. So yeah, here this is the Notepad++ here. See, you can see here Notepad++. Cool. So I'm typing here the code. So I said HTML is all about tags. So you see here, can you see the font size here, or should I increase the font size? I'm back to the class, so if you can just tell me, like, if you can't really see the font size, I can increase the font size, or if it's cool, let's go with it. Great. So always start with HTML. The doc type too. The doc type should be before the HTML tag. Doc type is documentation type. Document type. I'm sorry. Document type. So this tells the browser that, hey, this guy is using HTML5. Traverse or format it in a way using HTML5. That's what this doc type tells the browser. Even if you did not type doc type, there's no problem, but there are some browsers which are very strict on this topic, like doc type. So it's always preferable to type the doc type. Then all the HTML code goes inside the HTML tag. So as soon as I open the tag, I close the tag here. Then there is a head tag. We'll be discussing later. For now, just leave it there. Then the body. I've talked about body in the first class. Like whatever the content you see on the browser, it is a body. So whatever you write here. For instance, I'll say, welcome to Tutoslive. So I type in there. I go to my desktop, and there is one Tutoslive folder here. See here, I'm saving this on desktop, a folder called Tutoslive. Let's say this as what do we name? I name it as tutoslive.html. I named it as tutoslive.html. So I go to the desktop here. So you can see desktop. Where is Tutoslive? Here is the Tutoslive. I open it, and you can see my file here, which I've saved just a seconds back. So I double click it. Now let us see. How does it go? Yeah, let me increase the font size here so that you can see it here. Now you see, I've done nothing. I just I just put some doc type here, HTML here, and inside body it's a plain text. There's nothing in it. But remember, the extension must be .html. If it were to be .txt, this wouldn't have happened. So it must be .html extension so that the browser knows, hey, this file is HTML. Let's read it as HTML file. So I've written inside the body as welcome to Tutoslive, and that's what it appears over there. Welcome to Tutoslive. Now I'll type something else. Welcome to Tutoslive, fellas. We are so happy to see you here. Now I save it. Control S is save here for those students who are not non-technical. So I'm just saying that, and I just refresh it. Here you see this is a refresh. I refresh. See here, whatever I type in there, it comes in the browser. So now we are good to go. We are an internet programmer who have written some static HTML file. So see, this is how easy is HTML. So that's the reason I say HTML is very easy to pick it up. Any questions here until now? Yeah? Any questions? Just a simple HTML file. Sandeep would say fine. I'm asking to the rest of the students. Vivek, are you here still? If he still just reply us back saying fine or not fine or repeat or terminate or whatever. Yeah, Manasa, you here? Yeah. Great, no, not a problem. Let's go ahead and continue. They may pay. Yeah, no, not a problem. They may pick us maybe in the videos or maybe later part of the time. Cool. So that's a plain HTML file. And Sandeep, I assume we have seen about the images and the basic formatting. I won't go into that. Let me directly jump into the anchor tag. I guess I shared the files with you, right, Sandeep? The files to the links and lists. And I guess I shared the text formatting tags with you too, I guess. Well, fine. Great. So I'll just say the basic usage of I'll just type here the basic usage. I won't type the whole combinations of anchor tag. You just practice them since then come back to the class and say if you got any doubt. You can ask me anything, but do practice. I won't be saying all the things here. Okay. Great. So yeah. Now the anchor tag, I say A. The anchor tag always starts with A. A stands for anchor. So again, it's a link. Anchor is also called as link. It's synonymous to link. So href equal to. Let me type that later. Target equal to. Let me type that later. And sorry. And HTML. The anchor tag is a closed tag, an open tag, and a closed tag. It's not just a single tag. And there is some element or content to be acted upon. So I say Tutoslive here. So now let's see what's there on the browser when I type. I did not give any value to the attributes here. The href attribute is empty and the target attribute is empty. Now let us see what happens. So I just saved it. I go to the browser here and I refresh. Now you see here, this is what happens. See, whenever this is the normal text which I have typed. Whenever I hover, I bring my mouse onto it. You can see it. There is nothing's happening. But whenever I go here, you can see the mouse. It turns into a finger, which is like click me. It says like, hey, click me. So this is a link. Whenever you see something like this, it means that this is clickable. So this is a link. Now let us see what happens when I click on it. There's nothing happened when I clicked on it because I did not give the value to the href. Href is a reference. It says the browser, whenever somebody clicks on this, you have to go here. Now let us see. I just gave a value here. I say http www.tutoslive.com. I saved it. I go here and I refresh. It refreshed. Now I come here again, the same property, like it becomes the mouse cursor becomes a finger here, and I click. Let's see what happens. See here, it has taken me to the tutoslive.com, to the Tutoslive website. See, this is what a link does. Link will link your web page to an external web page. That's what the link does. Whatever the value I give to the href attribute, it takes me to there. Got it? Any questions here? Can just very quickly answer your questions if you got any. You got any questions? No? Fine. You can give anything. You can give www.google.com. You can give www.facebook.com, anything. So that's what. The link attribute, whenever I say href equal to something, whenever I click on it, it takes me to there. And coming to the target. So this is again empty here. So let me give a value. The proposed values of target. I've shared a document with Sandeep. I'll be sharing the same document to the students who have come to today's class. Let me say, just please register on Tutoslive to get these links. And once I'll be sending you those files, you don't have to worry. So here the target, I say target equal to blank. Okay, so I said target equal to blank. Now let's see what happens. I go here, refresh, and let's see again the same properties. I click on here. Now see what happened here is the file here. Previously, when I did not give a value to the target attribute, the page was loaded in the same page. Like it just loaded in the same page. Now here, this time it loaded it in a new tab. So target will tell the browser to either open the page in the same page or open the page in a new tab. So that's what a target does. There are two values to the target. One value is blank. Let me try give self. This self is actually default. Now tell me what is the default action then? If I say target self as default, so what is the default action here? Anybody? Any guesses? What does self does? Exactly. So self, as I said, what was it? When I did not give a value to the target attribute, it opened in the same page. So when I say it's default, exactly self is exactly like open in the same page. So the name itself is self, and blank will open the page in a new tab or a new window. So let's see what happens. I'll go here. I just close this Tutoslive here. I refresh and I click. You can see it here. This portion, if it's spinning, it means like this page is loading. So let's see if it loads in the same tab or in a new tab. So I click here. See, it takes me to Tutoslive in the same page. So that's what target equal to self really does. Okay. Oops. Where is this? Here. Right. So yeah, Vivek, can you get this? You're here, you're not here, you're gone. Can you say anything? Great. I say great because he did not answer. So if would have answered, I say awesome. So yeah, let's go back to the code here. So that is about the href tag, anchor tag. I say you practice the other variations. If you got any questions, yeah, the other variations are like okay. Let me come back to the anchor tag whenever I finish with lists and tables. Is that okay? So that I can show you the other two variations too, because that needs more text to be added to this thing. Yeah, you guys okay? Cool. So for those who don't know the text formatting tags, let me give a new tag here, which is a break tag. Break tag is nothing but which is a new line. Add new line to the particular line. So I gave a BR here and a BR here so that my content appears in a well-shaped manner. So let me go back here, refresh. Can see here? I just added a BR here in the code, a BR here, so that everything is line by line. Right? Now I don't want to give BR. I just wanted to show it in a line by line manner, but let's say using a different tag. How could I do that? That's where a list comes up. So let us see the list. In the previous class, I told like lists are of 3 types. So I'll just give it here in a paragraph. So paragraph tag, I say lists are of 3 types. So let us see list inside list only. Now I'll use unordered list. UL stands for unordered. The name itself says HTML is a very self-revealing language, I say, because the names themselves say like this guy is unordered list. UL stands for unordered list, and I say li is a list item, and here I said lists are of 3 types. Let me say the first one, say ordered list, or OL is a tag name. Then another list item, since there are 3 types, I gotta give li 3 times. Unordered list or UL. And the other one is the least used tag. I'll say list. This is the least used. It's called definition list or deal. Let us see. Let's go back to the program here. Browser, I'm sorry. I just refresh it here. I can see here. See, this is list. It's an ordering. Like when I say list, it gave me a bullet points here saying this is a list. So lists are of three types: ordered list or OL, unordered list or UL, definition list or DL. Okay, so this is listing. Now let me do a small experiment here saying I'll use now ordered list. Let's see what happens with ordered list. I use OL. So here, let me use links inside list. What happens? Let's see. Li. Let's take various social networking sites. Yay, href equal to, I say, let's say first facebook.com. www.facebook.com. And let me give target equal to blank, because I don't want to go back and forward every time, so let it open in a new tab. So that's the reason I gave blank here, and let me close the tag here. Let's say Facebook, and I'm just copy pasting it because I don't want to type here. I say Twitter, so Twitter, www.twitter.com. Then I say, anybody know about Quora here? Quora is nothing but questions or answers. So this is really a cool website, I see. Because I like it. I like Quora a lot. It's more knowledge. So yeah, let's see what happens when I go there. So I come here, refresh. Yeah, let me type some BR tags here so that we can see it better. Yeah, I just I'm adding 5 BR tags here so that I can scroll down. We have seen this in the last classes too. Okay, you can see here, right? Let me give a heading to this. I use H3. H3 is heading 3. We have discussed H3 tags too, which for the new students you can find them in the previous classes. If you have any questions, you can again anytime come back to me and ask what this really means. Okay, I'll say different social networking sites. So here I come here, see, you can see it here, different social networking sites. Now you see, this is an unordered list. Now the name itself says unordered. Unordered, like, there is no proper numbering system for it. It's just unordered. It's bullet points. There's no, but when I say ordered list, it says 1, 2, 3. So 1 is an order, 2 is an order, 3 is an order. So first comes Facebook, second comes Twitter, third comes Quora. That's what ordered list means. Unordered list has nothing, like it just has some bullet points. So what happens? Let me click here. If I click here, this takes to www.facebook.com, and this is my profile. You can see here, somebody has posted. Oh, Vivek Juhal likes Tutoslive. Awesome. Thank you, Vivek. So that's what it takes me to Facebook. When I click on here, it takes me to Twitter, and I come back here and click here, it takes me to Quora. So you can see it. That's what. This is how the links and lists are combined together and used. I'll show where these are actually used. Now you go Quora here. You see these three here, sign up with Google, sign up with Facebook, and sign up with Twitter. This is a UL and a link and a button. Button will be learning about buttons and form elements. So it's a combination. So that's how people use combinations in HTML to build pretty good looking websites. So this is Quora and this is Twitter. Again, you see here these links: home, connect, discover, meet. These are again links which are inside a UL, and even this is inside UL. This is inside UL. So these are all combinations. This is where we use lists in HTML. You Got it? Oops. Yeah. Any questions up to here? Any questions? It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, Vivek. Vivek is typing. Vivek is back to the class. Hey Vivek, yeah. Yeah, we'll be coming to definition list. I'll just tell now. Oh no, it's just control plus. It's a browser's property. I did not do anything. Let me just see, I'll show you. See, it's a default browsers. I did not do anything. I'm just using control plus and control minus. Control plus will increase the font size of the browser. Control minus will decrease the font size. I did not do anything on the code side. Yeah. Already? Okay. Yeah, that you will be learning in styling. You can do that in styling. The font sizes you'll be learning a lot of good font sizes in styling. But as of now, no, it's okay. It's cool. Yeah. So it's here. That's the reason I always you see here in the welcome screen I put an arrow here. That specifically says here is a chatbot. So great. So where are we here? We are right. Any questions until here? If there are no questions, I can go forward and do. Yeah, great. So Rajesh is back again. So it's really nice to see people coming back to the class. It's really very happy to find some interested people in learning something new. Great. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go back to the code. Now the definition list. Let's say. So DL again. Open and close DL. DL is definition list. So definition list has again two subtags, which are a definition term and a data definition. So a definition term is like, what should I define? Let's say, let me define HTML. So HTML is an acronym. I want to define this acronym. So if I want to define this acronym, I'll write inside DD. Let us see. Hypertext markup language. Now, like such, I'll define one more term. Just like a ordered list and unordered list has a list item, the definition list has a definition term and a data definition. So I write here CSS, then DD. Oops. So this is cascading. Oh, what happened here, dude? Cascaded. Oh. Style sheets. Then I'll define one more. Define term is DD. So this is PHP. I say hypertext preprocessor. I saved it. Come back to the browser here and refresh the file to see. You can see here. Now you see here, I did nothing. It just placed them such that this is the definition term and this is the definition here. This is the definition term and this is the definition here. And coming to here, yeah, the same. Got it? So that's all. We won't be using this DL a lot because it's of no use to us, and we can do the whole thing using CSS. So that's the reason people seldom use them. They're very less often use this DL. But yeah, coming to this, they'll be using the unordered list goes the highest priority. People will use unordered list a lot. Sometimes if they want really a number by the side of their list, yeah, they'll go for the order list. Okay, any questions here? I can answer any questions, or I'll go ahead and continue the class. Yeah, great.